Hi guys, it's Kai here and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another speed build for my save file. I'm probably going to say that at the beginning of every episode that I do for my save file, but let's be honest, I probably don't need to because all my builds are going to be for my save file coming up pretty much. I haven't built anything outside of things that I need for my save file just because it's already taken me too long to get done the builds that I am doing, so I just need to focus on them and not do anything else, which I've been having a fair bit of fun with them recently, actually, because I think I said this before, but all of my builds now are to finish out Willow Creek, the residential neighborhood, so they're the big builds. And the next one I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to redo the Goth residence, I think. Either that or I'm going to do the Spencer Kim Lewis one, because someone did request that I do that, and I'm going to, but it's just a matter of, do I do it next or do I wait until the Goths? But if I finish the Goth one off, then I finish this little section, and then I only have one section left, so I might do the Goths first, just because I like to finish things in sections, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I found a bunch of floor plans online to follow, and this one was one of my favorites, but I knew it was going to be kind of hard to do in The Sims. So originally I tried putting a second story on the house, but like with the roofing it just wasn't working, and I think I actually, to get the roofing to work, I was so bothered by it that even after I finished it I was like, okay, I need to just turn off the recording, sit here and stare at this and mess with it for a little while, which I know probably isn't the most entertaining thing to watch, so that's why I turned the recording off. If you guys want me to leave that kind of stuff in, let me know, but typically I just get so like anxious about it, like I feel like I'm wasting time, if you will, so I tend to cut it out. So like at this point I was like, okay, I'm done with it, cut it out, and then I fixed it. So it looks kind of boring now, but I swear once the landscaping's done, which by the way, I did the landscaping, but my recording got messed up, so there's no video of me doing the landscaping, but I do have pictures at the end, and then of course like the thumbnail and stuff to show the landscaping. And to be honest, not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty proud of how the landscaping turns out, but that's not until way till the end. But the front of the house does look fairly bland without any landscaping, so that's why I just kept looking at it and I was like, do I like this? Is it done? Like, should I do something else with it? I was sending it to my friends. I was like, does this look okay? And they said it looked fine, that I needed to add like windows and stuff, because at the time I didn't have windows on it yet when I was sending them pictures. So I added the windows, I added the little porch, and then I just left it, and I was like, you know what, if it's bad, then I'll just fix it later whenever I get to the landscaping, because then I could see what was truly bad about it. But then once I did the landscaping, I was like, okay, you know what, this is actually kind of cute. Like it works. Now I've started realizing though that the house plans that I'm finding, because so originally I was looking up New Orleans style houses, and a lot of them are smaller, and even the larger ones all start to look the same. So I didn't want to keep doing the same build, so I've noticed this one and the build before it look more like normal suburban type houses. So I'm trying to, when I go to do the next couple houses, or at least I think there's maybe only, so Spencer Kim Lewis house I'm going to redo. I'm going to leave it kind of like as is and just kind of redecorate it. But I think there's one other house, maybe two other houses that I need to do that are large. I'm going to try and find a very like traditional New Orleans style house, or at least that's what I'm going to try and stick to, or at least Louisiana type house. Because I want it to look like it belongs in Willow Creek and not like any old house just got plopped down here. Because that's what I've been trying to do from the beginning. When I go into the different worlds, I've been looking up what location that they're based off of, so that I can then find house plans based on those locations. And that's actually how I found these recent house plans, is I just looked up, like on the website I use, which I think is just houseplans.com. I think that's what it's called. I looked up houses popular by state, and Louisiana was one of the states, and these houses came up, so technically I'm not wrong, but they just don't feel, to me, they don't feel like the same vibe as the other ones. I still like them. I'm actually getting really happy with how my builds are turning out, and I don't know if it's because I'm spending more time on them or what, but I still like these builds. They just don't fully fit in for me. Like, I don't know. I still think they work. I might end up changing them out later once I finish everything. I don't know. I'm just not super sold on them for some reason. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other issues that I kind of ran into while I was building this house. I mean, as you can see, clutter is always a problem for me. I was specifically trying to use more clutter too, because I was like, alright, I don't have a budget on these builds, so I'm just going to clutter away. But the reason I don't usually do a lot of clutter is because I hate having to place it. It just takes so long. And I've tried using the red shelf, what is the OSMP red shelf. I've had it in my game before. I tried using it and I couldn't get it to work. So I don't know what I was doing wrong. And to be honest, I didn't mess around with it much. I only played with it for maybe just a couple minutes and I was like, I can't get this to work. I'm frustrated. Stop using it. So if anyone has any like videos or if they have any recommendations on how to get it to work, please let me know, because I would love to use that shelf. It seems to make cluttering a lot easier, or if maybe you have a different technique for cluttering things up, because I just end up having to fill up every open slot and like raising things up from the floor and putting them there, and it can take a lot of time. And when you're trying to do a speed build or get things done quickly, it just takes a lot of time sitting there putting things on a desk, when I feel like it should be a little easier than that. Like, part of me almost wishes that like slots didn't exist on that kind of stuff, but the other part of me knows that we kind of need them. But I wish it was just easier to freely move them around the table. Like if I slotted something on top of the desk and I tried to use the Alt button, I feel like it should stay on that level and move around and not slot in, you know? The same as like when you use the Alt button when placing like something on the floor, you can move it around freely on the grid and it doesn't slot in somewhere. Like I feel like it should be like that, maybe. I don't know. That would be kind of a cool thing. But I think that's all I kind of wanted to say for this build. The only reason I'm not going to talk through the rest of it is because I am still sick and I keep coughing. You just don't know it because I've been cutting it out. But it's very difficult to talk for almost 20 minutes. So I wanted to make sure that I told you guys the things that I wanted to tell you, and then I was going to let you finish the rest of the video by yourself, because I don't think you want to hear me and my coughing and my voice as it gets tired out. Like, it's already getting worn out because I streamed this morning, so I've been talking for like pretty much 4 hours straight at this point, so I'm starting to lose my voice, and I want to cough so badly right now, and I'm trying not to. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave you guys with the rest of the video. There's gonna be some nice music playing. You could put it on like 2 times speed and it'll go even quicker. Anything like that. But yeah, so I guess I'm going to leave my voice here, but not the video here. But anyways, guys, have a life, happy time zone, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!